What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JusticeXFalls. Back at it again with another video. Today we're looking at Ghostrunner 2. So this is a Ghostrunner 2 preview. It was revealed at I think they showed it at like Gamescom and some other game conferences we looked at, and it's coming out October 26th. So we're gonna look at this hands-on preview from IGN. So let's get it. So without further ado, let's get to the video. So make sure this is HD. This looks fuzzy than a motherfucker. There we go.
No point avoiding small fry.
That looks fuzzy as hell. What's going on?
For my money, no single player game makes you earn every acrobatic kill quite like 2020's Ghostrunner. Its fast-paced action platforming was intense and brutally challenging, but wall running, air dodging, and sliding your way around a room to chop up enemies while dodging their pinpoint counter offenses felt satisfying when you got it right. Based on my very limited hands-on time with the sequel, its brand of high-speed, killer-be-killed violence remains one of the most unique and rewarding action game experiences out there. And Ghostrunner 2 wastes no time upping the ante with new tricks to get the edge on enemies and new ways to challenge your reflexes.
You can jump on a bike with it? Okay. They got the bike.
The punk part of Cyberpunk is still firmly front and center in Ghostrunner 2. After killing the Keymaster, Jack and his team are left to try to bring some semblance of order back to Dharma Tower, which is being consumed by the chaos of several gangs attempting to fill the power vacuum. The city itself looks brighter and bolder, expanding on that patchwork mix of dingy residential blocks and blocky industrial accents, drowned in billboards and neon. The techno-apocalypse vibes are spot on. Sliding into combat immediately reveals some returning abilities, like the sensory boost that allows Jack to slow down time and strafe through the air to avoid.
Yeah, I like that. Fire. Yeah, that.
But now he can
that one in the first game was fine.
More than once, meaning he can close further gaps between him and his foes before they ever get a chance to fire a second shot. The energy meter that regulates how many dashes you get also doubles as a block gauge, a new feature that gives you another way to keep yourself safe from average melee and ranged attacks. In scenarios where my enemies were coming at me from all sides and there wasn't much cover to be found, blocking and countering, which executes enemies when you time the block just right, really empowered me to stand and scrap in a way the previous game did not. This didn't suddenly turn Jack into Ryu Hayabusa, but it did help prevent those times in the first game where you're running in circles hoping to kite the enemies away from each other so you can pick them off individually, which brought the always forward momentum of the action to a scraping halt. I started with two special abilities: Tempest, the force blast-like attack returning from the first game, and the new Shuriken, which produces electrical ninja stars. Both had combat and light puzzle-solving applications. Tempest can be used to shove enemies into or off of obstacles, or to move platforms around to open up pathways. Shuriken can hit switches just beyond reach and became a very useful attack for controlling the crowd by triggering environmental hazards or stunning bad guys on approach. It's also...
Yeah, that's the meta, pretty much. That's going to be the meta. Block countering, that the shift, the time-stopping shift, and the Shuriken, that's the meta for this game.
Another great way to diversify your gameplay. Working through the first level, it felt like there were way more ways to enter combat scenarios than there were.
Because you know how when you play these type of games and it gives you a bunch of abilities, and a lot of them are wildly ineffective. Like, even if you want to try a different play style and play a little bit different, they're wildly ineffective compared to certain weapons. I think that's how it's going to be with this game. Like the Shuriken, the time shift thing, and the blocking countering. That's, you just gonna have to upgrade those three. You could just run through the whole game.
Previously, one set of rooms allowed you to swing up directly for a straightforward assault, or grappling into a ventilation shaft up the side to flank the defending goons. Either way, the section was full of breakable walls you could just dash through to give yourself some last-minute escape routes or attack angles in case whatever your decision you make goes sideways. The second mission of the demo was a completely new concept. Sitting me on a motorcycle to chase a target, boost jumping over gaps, and riding up walls to avoid obstacles at very high speed.
A breakneck speed.
I think I liked the level more in theory, but in practice I found occasionally getting caught on architecture and barely missing jumps to be very frustrating. I think it has potential. but I don't think this first impression sold me on the cycle mission as an ongoing thing. All told, I've seen
that bike. That mission reminds me of which Batman game was it? Was it Arkham Knight with the tank? Where you had to do the Riddler missions. All the Riddler missions was obstacles. That's kind of similar to that, but more deadly. Looked more deadly in the Batman one, and like you had to defeat those so you can get a chance to fight the Riddler, so you could arrest him and shit.
Seen enough to be excited to play more of Ghostrunner 2 when it launches on October 26th. For more on Ghostrunner, check out our review of the first game as well as the release date trailer for Ghostrunner 2. And for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
Yeah, this is gonna be dope. Like I like anything to do with cyberpunk, anything to do with that vibe. I'm cool with it. Let me take this off the screen just in case the NFL tries to come after me. Yeah, because they do shit like that. But yeah, this game's looking dope. I definitely want to try it out. He mentioned here he played a demo. I hope that they release the demo to the public at some point. I feel like, what happened to that? Why don't companies release the demos to the public anymore? Like all these, like, obviously they still do demos, but it's like, why don't they release them to us anymore? I remember back in the day, every game got a demo. Almost pretty much every large-scale AAA game got a demo. I remember PlayStation Magazine, Xbox Magazine, they used to put demos in the magazine, with the magazine. Like, they used to put a whole demo disc inside the magazine. Like, inside each copy of the magazine, they slide a demo disc in there. I'm pretty sure it's not that expensive. Well, you don't have to do a disc anymore because of the fact that we have the internet. You could distribute it digitally, but I feel like it ain't how it used to be with the demos. Like, I like to try stuff out before I buy it. I'm not gonna spend it, especially games now, $70. You're gonna be spending $70 on something I might not like. That's why I do this channel, so I'm constantly looking at trailers and deep dives and developer diaries, so I can know, okay, this might be a game I want to buy. No, this might not be a game I want to buy. I don't know, but yeah, this game is looking dope. I definitely want to try it out. Hopefully, they release the demo to the public. So y'all let me know what y'all think though. So y'all already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.